Good morning, everyone. This is Cheryl Garrison with 50-Something Lifestyle, and I am here talking to Beanie Man, who is one of the authors in the upcoming book, Becoming 50-Something, Stories of Inspiration and Empowerment for Women Over 50. Good morning, Beanie.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. This is going to be probably one of my most fun interviews because you do this for a living. So I feel like I'm,
You know what? We all start somewhere. It's all good.
This is definitely a first for me doing this series of interviews. It's really not something that I do. And I have actually had the honor of being on one of your shows.
Yep.
And you're a very good interviewer. So hopefully I will live up to the task today.
I watched the other interviews. You're awesome. Keep being yourself. And that's what I tell people is like, just be you. Just be you.
That's the only thing I know to do. So
and if you trip over your tongue, do what I do. I just go like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then we start over.
Right. I hear you. Well, it's so good that we were able to talk this morning, that you were part of the project. I want you to tell the people who are watching a little bit about yourself and where you live and all that good stuff.
Okay. So I'm Beanie Man, founder and CEO of Matters of Perspective. And I was born and raised in Germany. I met my husband over there the old-fashioned way, drunk in the bar. Yeah. Gotta see, now these days we can do this little disclaimer. It's like, yeah, it wasn't swipe left, swipe right. No, it was the old-fashioned way. So, and actually today is our 31st anniversary.
Oh, how nice. Happy anniversary.
Yeah. Thank you. So he was stationed over there. He's a soldier. He was in the army. And he just swept me off my feet. And we landed in Colorado Springs. The Army sent us here, and we decided this is home. He's now retired. So yeah, I have my company, but I'm not a solopreneur because I have multiple businesses that I do. You all need more than one stream of income, And I'm an author. I have a book published. You can see it over this side behind me, right there.
So in there,
like, yeah, that flippant thing. But anyway, so yeah, and I'm just my philosophy is like have fun in life.
Oh yes,
really have fun. It's like whatever you do, have fun with it, and because then you're in the flow.
Right. Well, your happiness matters is. When I first met you, it was so unique to really speak to someone who encourages people to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because if nothing else, if you can go through life finding the good things and finding a way to be happy, that is just the way to do it. I see Lisa from Fresno, who is one of our authors, is here supporting you, Beanie. Hi. Lisa. So tell me or tell us what inspires you to get involved in the project?
In a nutshell, Lisa Nichols said it best: your story is not yours to keep.
Right.
It really is that simple. I mean, with everything that I went through growing up, and I share about that in my book, Happiness Matters, I always knew that I had to share my story. And it's not about to get sympathy and everything, because I'm not about that. And it's like, I don't do that victim thing and this, oh, poor you. I'm like, no, poor nothing. No. It's like, if I can show you through my story that, yes, you can overcome. Yes, you can be better. You can be more than the circumstances you grew up in, you were born in, or that are happening around you. That is my mission. That is my purpose. And when you brought up the project, I was like, oh, sign me up. I'm in. Because, I didn't start my company. I registered it 10, 11 years ago, but I didn't do anything with it. The name came to me. I registered it but I didn't do anything. I didn't write my book until after 50. I didn't really start my company and launch my platform until the age after 50.
Right.
And it's never too late.
It is not, and that's one thing that you tell us in your story. And remind us that it doesn't matter your age.
Correct.
It's your heart and it's your dreams. It's what you want to do, and You should never let anything stop us. And you tell that so beautifully in your
Oh,
story.
thank you.
I don't like, I've been trying not to give away stories because I want. So I want to ask you, how did you come up with the title of your chapter? I know we just talked about that.
It really is because I love the topic itself. I love your group, 50 something, the 50 something lifestyle. And like your purpose is really, especially for us women, we identify our personality through our children's, through our husband, through the husband's career and everything. And then at the age 50 or 50 plus, the kids are out of the house, they're in college, they start their own families, they move away. Some people have a divorce. I'm fortunate. My honey is awesome. He brings me coffee in bed every morning. So, but I know not everybody is that fortunate, but I mean, for me, it was too, it's like, okay, who am I? It's my turn. Because I took care of the kids. I was the army spouse, and doing all those things for everybody else.
Right.
And I lost myself in that. And in my journey of personal development and personal growth, I actually, one of my shows that I did on my YouTube channel actually is called "It's Never Too Late." And the gentleman I talked to, that is his thing. And that's where, for me, it came from. It's true. It's never too late. The best time to do anything, to start anything, is right now.
Exactly. That's very true. Carmen and Laquita have also joined us. So
Hi.
you are being supported by your fellow authors. And ladies, thank you for coming on and again, for participating in the project. Beanie, when I read through your story, of course, I have to admit, I shed some tears.
Aw.
I did.
Happy tears, I hope.
Yeah, they were. They were happy tears. That happiness that you were able to overcome. Those kind of tears. Tell us, what did you learn about yourself as you were going through the process of really bearing your soul to people? Because that takes a lot of courage. So tell me, what did you learn about you?
I really learned that I am limitless. We're limitless beings. The only limits we have are the limits that we put on ourselves. And listening to all the other people, it's like, you can't do that. Like when I launched my coaching platform, I had people as like, oh, it's never going to work because nobody does it. Nobody's ever heard of that, right? And I heard, and they're all well-meaning, and I understand that they're wanting to help me, prevent me from heartache or whatever,
Right.
And it's like those well-meaning, the well-meaning advice is like, oh, it's not going to work, and here's why. And I've gotten to the point, it's like, I don't care. Don't tell me why it can't work. Help me figure out how it can work.
Right.
And that is really, and this is how I approach life, not just my business, but once that clicked for me, this is how I approach really everything in my life. And my thing is, when opportunity knocks, I say yes. And then I go, oh boy.
Why did I do that?
It's like, what did I just agree to? It was like, how are we going to make this happen? And it's like, but I also trust that the answers are coming.
Right.
And because we are those limitless beings. And that it took a hot minute for me to learn that, but that is really the biggest thing that I have learned from my whole journey, especially since I walked away. I mean, I stopped shooting all over myself in April 1st of 2018, and that's when I really started stepping into me.
Right.
And that's when I wrote my book and stuff. So,
and I think a lot of us have that moment in life where we get it, and we're so, okay, let's just stop all the noise. I call them those nasty little roommates in our heads who
they don't pay rent.
they want to be there to keep us from doing the things that we really want to do, and that we know we're capable of doing, and that by doing it we'll be helping someone else. Those little nasty roommates keep saying you can't do that. And it's wonderful, the women that I'm meeting through this process of 50-something lifestyle, who have just dispelled that and said, no, I'm going to do it. And you are definitely one of those women.
Thank you.
We are talking about the book, Becoming 50-something. And Beanie, you also are part of our 50-something Women's Network, which is a private Facebook group. If you're interested and you're over 50, you can find us on Facebook. But how has that being in the group affected you at all, and in which way, or how have you found that you've been able to use the group?
So I have to say, because we are over 50, and it's what I love is the knowing that I'm not alone.
Mm-hmm.
That there's other women out there in my situation, similar situation, you know, and just knowing that having the opportunity and the ability to reach out at any time when I get stuck is like, oh my gosh, it's like I'm having one of those moments. Wow. You know, but just knowing that I'm not alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times we really go through life and things happen to us, you know, and we feel like we feel alone and nobody understands and nobody gets it and nobody is there and nobody. But that's not true.
It's not.
It is not true. You're never alone. There's always somebody out there. And that's, again, back to Lisa Nichols, your story is not yours to keep. That is why it's important for us to share our stories.
Right.
Good, bad, and different.
Right. And I know that when, as I've been on this journey of communicating and just having resources that are available to women over 50, one of the things that has been constant is that feeling of invisibility over 50, that the world now doesn't it doesn't respect me. The world now doesn't really see me. In the workplace, they want me out. You know, this is how sometimes we're perceived over 50. And I'm finding so many women who are saying, no, that's not going to happen here. You're going to see me and you're going to hear me.
No,
And that's great. I love the stories because we are letting people hear who we are, how we got here. Tell us a little more about your Happiness Matters and what your journey is in helping people to find that happiness in their life.
So you mean my Happiness Matters book over here?
No, your movement,
my movement. Well, happiness really, to me, happiness is really the key to overcoming anything. And happiness has nothing to do with the outside. Because there's so many, I mean, think of all the people and the actors and everything. They have gazillions of dollars. They have so many followers, but they're not happy.
Right.
And they end up committing suicide. And, you know, and that's sad. To me, that is sad because they're lacking really the main ingredient. And happiness is an inside job. It's 100% an inside job. It can be raining. I mean, even in my darkest times, you know, I mean, I wasn't happy at that time, clearly, but I found a way. I always looked for that little glimmer. I always looked for that little flame. It's like, ooh, focus on that little bit of light, you know, and then just fan that little flame. And eventually, I mean, now it's this raging fire.
You put me into your fire.
It's like, come to me. But I mean, it's really, and here's the other thing. What's really cool is happiness is contagious.
It is.
You know, and it has to do with the vibration too. And because everything is energy. Everything is energy. Your thoughts, your words, your computer, your table, I mean, everything is energy. It just vibrates at different frequencies and different levels, right? And we've all heard the saying, misery loves company. Yeah. Well, when we're miserable, that's like the lowest vibration you can imagine. Of course, we attract and whatever level we vibrate on. That's you know, so when we're miserable, we get more miserable. But here's the thing, happiness loves company too, but the vibration is so much higher. And you will attract such better people, circumstances, events, everything into your life.
And it really helps and boosts your life when you're able to attract people who bring positive things. And you were one of the people that I met. We met at a conference or a workshop, and immediately I could feel coming from you. And you would think we had known each other for years and years.
Right. It was amazing. But again, it's like when you vibrate at a certain level, it really is magic.
It is.
It is magic. And my vibration level are so high now. It's like all the negative and all the sad people, they don't even appear anymore.
they can't handle being in that.
Right.
Because, most people who bring all that negativity, they want to be with other people who help them stay in there.
Right.
So if they come to you and they find, oh, she's not going to get down in the dumps with me, I have to go somewhere else.
And I had many people tell me, it's like, you're too much. And I'm like, thank you. I mean, too much of what?
Too much of
too happy.
Yeah,
I'm too happy
person, and
that's okay.
Yeah,
and that's okay. I mean, I love them. I send them on. It's okay.
Now, when women read your story and they get to that last line of your story, what do you want them to take away?
Be brave, and really don't listen to the negative, that the old tape in your head. Start recording a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing: if a lie is told often enough, it becomes truth. And that's no different with our self-talk. If you keep telling yourselves like, oh, I'm stupid, I'll never make it, well, guess what? You'll never make it.
You'll never make it. Yeah.
But if you say, it's like, you know what? It was hard. It was tough, but I know I can make it. I know I'm good at this. Believe that. And the more you say that, because here's the other thing too. I have so many people that are like, oh, I want all of this and, all of the good stuff here. And then there comes the but, and then all the negative.
Right.
Here's the way it works. Only what comes after the negative will come true. I mean, after the but.
Right.
So with the negative, if you feel like you need to have a but in there, do the negative first, and then say but, and then this is what I want, and talk about what you want. Focus on the good.
Possibilities, right?
Focus on the positive.
Yeah, it is so true that what we focus on is what we get.
Well, a lot of things. So I have two sayings that I tell people all the time, and my kids and my family are like, oh, here she goes again. One of them is, what you think about, you bring about.
That's true.
Thoughts become things, and I use the Wright brothers. At one point, they thought about they wanted to fly. Because of them, we're going to the moon. It was a thought.
Everything begins with that thought.
Everything begins with a thought. Everything that we have.
Right.
Thought. So what you think about, you bring about.
Right.
And then the other one, because I always tell people, it's like life is full of, I mean, it's a choice. We have choices every second. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. The best time is right now, because right now is all we have control over. Right?
Yes.
And it's like right now you make the decision. And so what I say, life is full of choices, most of which I would not make.
Very, very profound and very Beanie.
And it's easy too, because I mean, I get bombarded with negative stuff too, but I don't let it I don't give it energy.
Right.
And saying this, life is full of choices, most of which I would not make. Right. I give it attention. I acknowledge it, mm-hmm. but I don't stay there anymore. Because just by saying that, and I mean, not challenge, but I encourage everybody. It's like when something happens that you're like, this is just stupid, instead of going down that rabbit hole, just stop and say, well, no, what? That's a choice. Life is full of choices, most of which I would not make. To me, it deflates everything. It puts it into neutral, and I can focus on what I want to focus on.
Right. And that's a lesson that we all need to learn, mm-hmm. because you can be having just the greatest day. Mm-hmm. And if you let that one little negative thing be your concentration, mm-hmm. then there goes your day.
Yep. And I actually posted, I don't know if you saw that, I posted in my groups that I have a picture, and it's a white piece of paper with a black dot. And I said, it's like, what do you see?
I saw
and
that.
Most people only see that black dot. Mm-hmm. They don't see that white paper with the possibilities.
Right. All the things that can happen around that.
Right. But this is how we're programmed.
Right.
To focus on the negative, the one that's right in our face.
Right.
Versus the possibilities that are out there that we can actually bring into our experience.
That's true. Well, yeah, when I saw that, I went, oh, not today, Beanie. I can't.
Just can't. But I did put the explanation where that came from in the comments.
Yeah, I know.
So I posted the picture in the morning, and then in the evening I posted.
It did challenge me. I just can't, not right now. But
No.
no, not today. Well, I want, I know part of your future, because we've worked together in this latest thing that you're doing, is your coaching program.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want you to spend a few minutes talking about that and letting women out there know, those who are entrepreneurs and coaches, know what you're doing.
Okay. So essentially, I mean, really in a nutshell, what I do is I take all the guesswork and all the worry out of finding the coach that's right for you.
Mm-hmm.
All my coaches are vetted, and I'm so grateful that you're one of them. And it's like, I was just talking with somebody yesterday, and I explained, it's like when you buy a lottery ticket, you hope you win.
Mm-hmm.
When you're looking for a coach and you invest all your money, you hope you get your money's worth. We guarantee that win. Because if we match you with the coach that we feel is right for you, if for whatever reason, personalities don't match, because how was it when we were kids in school? Did we learn when we didn't like the teacher? I didn't.
I didn't either.
And it's no different now. Okay. So we will match you with another coach. Either way, you will get what you sign up for.
Oh.
So we guarantee the win.
And that's why I got involved, because I thought what you were doing was unique. And it is a way that, because it works from the other side too. If you're a coach,
it's a win for everybody.
It's not a good fit.
Right.
Then what do you do? So
right.
It's sort of a win-win.
Yeah.
So Beanie, I really appreciate you being involved in.
I'm honored that you asked me. Pleasure is all mine. Believe you me. Thank you.
And I know that women will come away from your story feeling uplifted and feeling happy, which is what I know that you wanted to be the result of it. So as we go into this launch on Friday, we will be doing our launch party on Friday. I just wanted to remind the ladies out there that if you haven't ordered your book, you can still order your book from Beanie by going to which Facebook do you want them to go to?
The Matters of Perspective would work, or actually on my website, I already have it posted with a link that goes to Amazon.
Okay, so if you want to order your book right now, you can go to either Matters of Perspective on Facebook or to Beanie's website, mattersofperspective.com. And you can order your book. It will be released in just 2 days. Really excited for Carmen, Lisa, Laquita, who joined us. All of us. We're excited to be able to do that.
The impact it will have, the lives we can touch with that. And and my thing always is when I tell people, because I have somebody, I could never write a book. Yes, you could, and yes, you should.
Yes, you should.
I said, because here's the thing: it doesn't matter. You can sell 5 million copies and not make a difference. But if there's one out of those 5 million, whoever buys that book, if there's just one where it's life-changing, it's all worth it.
It is. And then
impacting more than one. So
right. And the one thing I love about in Becoming 50-Something, you have 8 different perspectives of being over 50. Mm-hmm. And I believe that whoever reads it, one of those stories is going to resonate with you, because we are all coming from different places, but we all ended up in the same place in this wonderful world called over 50. And living our life, I said we're living the best of our life.
50 is the new 30.
I know it is. And it's so exciting to have all the ladies involved, especially you, Beanie. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again on Friday.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. And for all of you out there, again, if you haven't ordered your book and you want to support Beanie, go to Matters of Perspective on Facebook or mattersofperspective.com and order the book from Beanie. And I appreciate you for coming on today, Beanie.
Thanks for having me.
For being my friend. And I know there's great things ahead for us. Oh, I love that. great things ahead for us as we also do this other venture in the coaching world. So
Oh, yeah.
everyone, thank you for joining us this morning. And we will be here tomorrow morning with Carmen Ray to do her interview. And then we'll celebrate on Friday. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a good day. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.